This is the new Intrepid version 4 of the 8x10 camera. It's really good. I'll save you from going to the end. I like it a lot. 15, 22. Behind me, I'm shooting the new Museum of Contemporary Art here in Calgary. It used to be the Science and Planetarium. It was built in 1967. It won awards for brutalism architecture in the country. It's one of the things I'm photographing on, which is going to be a year-long journey documenting Calgary. On a commission that I have, and one of the first things that I'm going to do is photograph some of the brutalist architecture we have, which we have some really interesting brutalist architecture here in the city. As you can see, it's foggy, it's cold. It is January 1st, the first day of 2026, and so this is the start of a new project, but this is just basically a test day. I am testing out the new Intrepid version 4 8x10 camera that Intrepid sent me to try out, and it is really interesting. There's a lot of interesting things, I should say refined a lot of things in this camera. I really like it. One of the things you saw was the bail back, which in my other reviews is a must for 8x10. A bail back really makes your life a lot easier. So I'm really liking that. This is a great place to be. I'm just kind of looking for angles. I'm gonna photograph this building in a lot more brutalist architecture and a lot more of the Calgary city scenes with large format this year. It's an interesting building, like all the lines and the concrete. Some of the brutalist architecture I'm not big on, but this is pretty cool. So let's go see what we can get here today. I'm using a 240mm lens right now. One of the great things that I like about this camera is that it has a lot of spirit levels. So on each side, so it's great for lining things up. The other thing it has is zero dents, which is nice. So you know when things line up to be exactly 90 degrees, which is important in architectural photography. Metering here couldn't be easier. The wall's gray. I'm using the reflective mode and I'm simply metering right off the wall. And it's giving me 15th at f22. I'll take you through some of the specs really quickly. The max front rise and fall is plus 70mm and minus 60mm. The max front shift is plus or minus 30mm. The max front tilt is plus minus 50 degrees. Max front swing plus minus 50 degrees. Rear tilt is minus 35 degrees plus 90 degrees. It weighs 6.2 pounds. The max bellows extension is 510mm. The minimum bellows extension is 100mm. Like I said, it has a bail back system now. The ground glass is really great. It is etched, but available separately is a Fresnel screen, and I would highly recommend a Fresnel screen. Even right now, I'm finding the screen is good. I would like it brighter, so I'm gonna get the Fresnel screen as well. It's got 2 tripod mounts. The lens board takes a regular Sinar lens board, 140mm. So I had all those Sinar lens boards already and I was set up to go. It's got more movements than probably you'll ever move. It doesn't have rear shift, but it's a lightweight field camera. The build quality is really good. Of course, it is this laminated birch wood I got the red bellows. I think it's going to look pretty, I think it looks pretty cool. It's going to be a conversation piece. People are going to stop and see it and want to talk about it, which is, I really like. That's a great way. The focus system is one knob at the back that focuses back and forth. And the whole package is under $1,000. It's $980 or something like that. It's really an incredible price for the camera that you can get now. Let's go take a few more photos and then I'll take you through some of the things I like about it and some of the things that I think that they can still look at improving. Well, I'm back in the house. It's a lot warmer in here than it was outside there. We are in the dead of winter up here in Canada, but using this thing was great out there. One of the things that I forgot to mention, it has actually a stainless steel base that's anodized, that's black. All of the metal here is stainless steel. There's a lot to like about this camera and not much to kind of not like or gripe about. One of the things I found, especially in the winter, especially in the cold, was these buttons, and if you have gloves on, they got a little small to handle to tighten up and loosen and have a feel for that. I think they could do a little bit bigger of a knob or a T-knob, and I think that would help this camera out a lot. Same with the bottom. I found it just a little bit hard to grab. They need just a little bit of a larger knob. I would not mind at all if they, kind of spent a little bit more on hardware and just charged you another $50. I think this goes into a completely different level. Same with the front. This front piece is a bit of plastic. I still think they can refine it a wee bit, but it works really well. I mean, having said that, it still works really well and completely usable. I love these red bellows like I was mentioning. This is going to be a conversation piece. One of the things when I'm doing portraits with an 8x10, or I'm at an event and I'm trying to take pictures of people, people will come up and want to talk about this really quickly, and it's really easy to engage with people when they want to do that. And then say, hey, can I take your photograph? So that's why I love these red bellows. You can get a bunch of different colors. I think there's green and I think there's black, but these red really kind of stand out. You can't compare this camera to other 8x10 cameras. It's just not fair. This thing is under $1,000 and everything else is basically over $4,000. There's the Chamonix, there's the Canons, there's those new French guys, Fasquelle cameras. I love the look of their cameras and what they're making. Everything is above $4,000. This is under $1,000. So it is really, really hard to, you can't compare this camera to the fit and finish and the quality of those cameras. Those cameras, they're kind of on a different level, but to use 8x10 and to photograph an 8x10, to get into it, this is really hard to beat. I mean, they've refined this. I've seen the original version 1 and in 4x5 and 8x10, and there was a lot of things I was going, man, I don't know if I'd be wanting to use this out in the field. It was pretty clunky. There was things that weren't working well on it. But this new version and the revisions that they've done, it is really, really hard to beat. You could easily throw this in a backpack with a couple of film holders and a tripod and go backpacking for a long ways because of the lightweight. I mean, you can just pick it up and, you know, move it around. Yeah, good on you guys at Intrepid. And I mean, the great thing about Intrepid, about Chamonix, about Fasquelle, about there's another new primer cameras, I think they're called. It's like there's all these people making these great cameras and keeping large format alive and well, which is so wonderful to see. So that makes me super happy. The black and white film I was using was this Arista Ultra 400, which I'm not a very big fan of, as you can see. I like the shadows that I was getting out of it. I developed it in Rodinal, went to 50. I wanted it a little grittier, but the highlights were horrible. The highlights were terrible, had lines in it. It was not great. Not impressed with this film. I think I could use it in certain things where it just had a lot of concrete, a lot of brick to get that grittiness, but certainly not like using Ilford or Kodak black and white film. I can't complain too much about this. A friend of mine gave me a box of this stuff. He had, I think, 40 sheets left in it, and he said, hey, I'm getting out of 8x10 photography, why don't you try to use it? So I did a test with it. I definitely wouldn't use it on any kind of, you know, real work right now, but it's great film to have around if you want to do a little test. So, love this camera. I'll put this to use. I will definitely can't wait. We're taking off down south right now, but when I get back, I'm gonna actually take this out to the mountains, do a little backpacking with it and try it out. But yeah, can't beat it. It's, for the price, just absolutely gets you into large format photography. So, great job, Intrepid. Thanks for sending that out, and I will see you next time. Cheers.